Okay, so we have uninstall and install this plugin again. So my point here was this: the first node is known as trigger. What is this? Okay, okay, discrete readjust. Okay, so this split screen and my video is here. I can do it here, and this is the fit screen button. Just readjust my video again. Yeah, so this is the extension, and yeah, this is the first node, right? If you even zoom, if I have to click this and zoom, right? So this is the node, right? Uh, so this node, the first node is trigger. Apart from that, whatever the remaining node are there, whatever the remaining node are there from this, whatever the remaining nodes are there, all the nodes are known as action, no matter whether they are the same node or it might be in a branch. That might be Google Calendar in which you wanted to add that node, or any random things. I'm just adding after Google Calendar. You wanted to also have them in your HubSpot CRM, or any kind of actions you wanted to perform. Everything after this node is generally known as trigger, right? So just if you have to understand in very simple way, so everything after this, maybe later, is known as trigger. Not trigger, sorry, again, my bad. So it is very pathetic extension. But yeah, it is for free and I'm able to use it. So still they have lots of glitch. So this everything is known as action. So everything after this node is known as action, and only the first node, which is this node, is known as trigger, right? So to understand it in very simple term or terminology, you can consider the first node in the workflow is known as trigger, and apart from that, no matter one node, or it might be you can perform one action after that, or else multiple actions after this. It is known as actions. Uh, okay, so I think I have. So this is a very simple explanation I have given. If you want a technical explanation, the difference between a trigger and action, you can just comment in the YouTube video of this that hey, we want a technical explanation of how what is trigger and what is action, and I will definitely record a technical explanation video as well. But this video is from the point of view of someone who wanted to know code automation and is not technical. So this is a beginner friendly uh, for a non-technical people as well. If they wanted to learn automation and implement the automation in their real life example, and also wanted to be an automation expert, so they can uh, earn some money using automation by providing the automation services. So from that point of view, I'm explaining the things. But yeah, we are going to look a very complicated example as well. But for that, I just wanted to clear the theory. So when the examples are complicated, I don't want it you to be unclear with the simple topics. So yeah, this everything is known as action, and this is known as trigger. So I hope you have understood the difference between action, trigger, and also understand what is app, task, and node, right? So yeah, so these are the things. And after that, adding and deleting a node. So very simple thing. I'll just erase this and also quit this. So if you wanted to add any node, you just have to click on a plus icon, and you can just select an app, and after that you can select an action that you wanted to perform. Let's say Gmail, and I wanted to send a mail. So and just click on add a node. If you see, this is saying this node will be added, and whatever the instructions, this is the uh, app, and this is the action that you are going to add. Are you sure? Yeah, I wanted to add. I'm sure. So this is adding a node, but what if you wanted to add node in between these two nodes, right? What if you wanted to perform an action in between two nodes? So if I have to give a real life example, let's say in at earlier stage, you wanted to do something like, if you have to take an example, let's go here. If we can make an example, so let's say there is a chef who in and you have created task one is chop a vegetables, cook a dish, uh, plate the food, and serve the customer. And in between, let's say chop a vegetable, and you wanted to perform one more one more task, which is wash your vegetables. For now, let's say wash a vegetable, or before chop a vegetable, you wanted to wash vegetables, or maybe cook the dish, and before plate the food, you wanted to do, or else after plate the food, you wanted to garnishing of the food, and then you wanted to serve to the customer. So this was the first flow. If you wanted to change anything in real life, in real life example, when we are going to see practical things, at that time you will we are going to see we might have to add something in between existing automation or workflow. At that time, if you wanted to add something in between this, so if you wanted to add at the end, you can do, but if you wanted to add in between this, you can just click on the plus icon. I'll just erase this and close this as well. So, okay, if you wanted to add between Gmail and Vati, let's say you wanted to add something. So, you just click on this plus icon. The app section will come here. You can select any app that you wanted to add. For now, Trello. This is just random. So, there are two options. You wanted to add in between, or else you wanted to create a new branch. Create a new branch, which means this is for now, we'll just insert after an existing node. And which is the node? For now, it is party, and then just click on this. So Trello has been added. Uh, so after Gmail, the Trello has been added. So this is the one thing that you can add a node in between. But what if you wanted to create a branch? Now, why or when you will create a branch is again a same thing, separate thing. Let's say you wanted to do a parallelly something, or you wanted to separate a logic. Let's say here there was two different logic. I will for showing this, I will say uh, payment payment automation. I will create a simple automation just for explanation. So let's say you are collecting payments from Razorpay. So and then payment capture, which means if someone does a payment on Razorpay, you wanted to save the data in. I'll just do this. I'm not able to. Let's do like this. Yeah, it was very zoom out. Sorry for that. And let's see where is my camera position. So yeah. So let's say someone does a payment on Razorpay, then you wanted to perform some action, which is you wanted to add. Let's say if someone does a payment of 500, you wanted to add in a Google Sheet, right? Which you have shared with, let's say, a uh, name John. So there is a person, John. There are two different product or payment. The first plan is 500 rupees product, or else you are taking a course, and there are two variation, which is basic and premium. So you wanted to add that. I'm just taking the scenario for explanation point of view. So if you want to add that lead or payment in a basic plan, so what you will do, you will just say Google Sheet and then insert a row. And whenever you will be configuring this Google Sheet, in the configuration section, which we are going to look, you will see select a sheet which is in which the basic payment details will be captured. But what if you wanted to you want to create a branch in which if the payment is for a premium, which maybe of 5,000 rupees, but you wanted to maintain the separate data. you wanted 500 rupees sheet to be managed by some different employee of yours, and 5,000 rupees, which is premium thing, by separate different employees, so that they both will have different data, which means you will have all the control of the main data, because you don't want it to give your Razor Pay access to your employees, but you wanted 500 rupees data to be transferred to one employee, which is John, and let's say and the next Google Sheet which you have created, let's say just in that case you will create a new branch. So why branch? Because now you want that this is different thing, because for to keep it in a sequence, which means this will happen and after that you are performing the task. But this is separate thing and this is separate thing. And there is something known as conditions. In condition you will set which we are going to look. In condition you will add, if the payment is of 500, then send the data in this particular Google Sheet. And if the payment is of 5,000 rupees, then in this Google Sheet, right? And when we are going to configure this, there will be two different Google Sheets. Okay, and this is also known as branching. I'm extremely sorry for that. So this is known as a branching, right? So this is one branch and another branch. So if you wanted to add let's say you wanted to send a Gmail to someone, right? And after that, if the payment is failed, what you want for a premium thing, instead of Gmail, what you don't want to send a mail, but if the payment is of 5,000, you wanted to send them a message, hey, and invitation for a premium WhatsApp group. For normal, there is no WhatsApp group, right? So this is the one branch and this is another branch, right? And so these are the branches. So when you create a branch, right? And now what you want, so this is the place you create a branch. But after the WhatsApp, there might be two possibilities again, or else after the Google Sheet, you want, now you don't want it. So there might be two variation of WhatsApp messages as well, right? There is a same, and after the WhatsApp message as well कुछ हो सकता है, or sorry for that. There might be some different possibility. Let's say you wanted to send a calendar, right? So if you're adding something at the last, you just have to do add a node, right? So if you're adding, and so you have learned how to add at the last. You will just click plus icon and add. There will be no question. But if you wanted to add in between, which we have already seen, so to add in between, what you will do, you just click on the app that you wanted to add, and there will be two options: create a new branch or insert existing one, which we have already done, right? Like after the Calendly, I wanted to insert this. So see, so there are like one more Google Sheet. Now I want to again have one more branch of Google Sheet. Currently I'm not able to come up with the example, but in future when we have the practical thing, but at that time, you want, now you don't want it to add in between, you wanted to create an entire branch which will have, let's say again Google Sheet or Google Classroom, but you wanted to have that in parallel, right? So for now you'll see Google Sheet delete student. This is Google Classroom. I'm just taking any random application just to show how you can create a branch in between. So just click on create a branch and just to add a node. And yeah, you'll be able to successfully create a branch. Now, this is not how we do um, uh, in practical examples. This is whatever the examples that I'm giving is from all theoretical point of view. In practical, there is some use cases, but in when there will be use cases, you create a branch in between as well in the later or advanced things. But maybe you may not watch the videos till advanced list. I'm just giving you like these are the possibilities that you can do. Like in real life, the possibility of branches is like you just wanted to keep a dependent logic of the one series one side and independent logic. Once you become some advanced in this automation, you will know the difference. Maybe you want that after Google Sheet, you wanted to perform something like maybe you wanted to have that in a Trello dashboard, something in Trello as well. Now, in future, you wanted to stop this functionality, only this branch. So what you will do, you will go in gear and you will change the status to, let's say, pause. So when you change the status to pause, all the workflow will work. Only this particular Google Classroom, if anything does not update, just refresh. So only this particular Google Classroom branch will be paused. So whatever is after this particular uh, branch is going to be paused, right? So you don't have to delete this branch as well. So we have learned how to create a branch, how to add a node in between, and also deleting a node in between. I have deleted the node. So there are different possibility. If you wanted to delete a node, at the end, you just click on hamburger menu, click on gear icon, and just click delete a selected node. Just confirm a delete. There is a possibility you just wanted to delete this node, which is in between Va- Vati and Calendly. So you can just click on hamburger menu, click delete. There are two options: delete the current node and delete the current node and all child. For now, I'll just do delete the current node, which means it will just delete the Google Sheet and join the Vati and Calendly, right? So this is how it will happen. But what if you wanted to delete this entire branch, which is from Google Sheet till everything? So you just click on this hamburger menu and then click. For now, I'll just click this. What if you wanted to delete this and everything like after this? Just click on this, delete the selected, and do delete all. Delete the current node and all child node. So just do and delete everything. So everything will be deleted. But what if you wanted to delete this? Uh, so there are multiple possibles of deleted, which we will see in advanced things. Maybe there is one more thing. Let's say there are branches. Again, I will just create this a branch, right? So now if you wanted to delete this, there are three possibilities. The first, this are all advanced topics. I don't need to cover this here. Maybe after once you become a pro automation expert, after that, after a few use cases, I should have covered this topic. But yeah, I'll just continue for now. Let's check if the recording is on or not. Yeah, the recording is on. Thank you. So here, if I wanted to delete this Google Sheet, so there are possibility. Whether I wanted to delete this Google Sheet and also delete the Gmail and Classroom, or all the possible applications, maybe I will just add one more, a random application, right? There is a possibility after the Google Sheet I wanted to delete everything, or else the second possibility I wanted to delete a Google Sheet, but now I want Google Classroom to be here, or else I want Gmail to be here, or else I want Razorpay to be here, and these are different combinations. So, which means once I deleted this node, which is this Google Sheet, I can just connect. There are two possibilities. Now, to whom with I can connect. In this scenario, it is very obvious. If I delete Gmail, so Google Sheet and Calendar might connect, right? So if I delete Google Sheet, so Calendar will be taking its place, and even after Calendar, if something is there, right? Let's change. Let's say MailChimp. If something is there in MailChimp, right? So let's say if I deleted the Google Sheet, or let's say mail, so this will take its place and everything will be like so join, right? If I delete Gmail, so Google Calendar will take its place and everything like MailChimp, etc., will stay at this position, right? But if I wanted to delete Google Sheet, so who will take the place? It might be Gmail might take the place, right? And everything should remain this. But what if you want Google Classroom or the entire branch of the Google Classroom to take its place? There are different possibilities. Once you, for now, let's take AI Sensei, or anything. Yeah. So you want once the Google Sheet is deleted, you want this particular and entire branch to, should stay like this. So there is one possibility. Third is like you don't want child to the take place. You want Razorpay to take it place. So there are different combination if you wanted to delete a node which is has a branch in ahead of it. So in that case, if you select Google Sheet, go to gear icon and then click on delete selected node, you will see delete the current node, but there will be like connect all child node to the parent, which means if you select this, so which means the razor pay will take its place, right? And it will connect all the child nodes. So this is the possibility. But if you do like connect the specific node, you have to select should Gmail should take its place or Google Classroom. In our case, I will just do Google Classroom should take its place and do delete confirm. So if I see the Google Classroom has taken place, the child of Google Classroom, which was AI Sensei, is now, and the branch of this is there. So this is how you will be able to delete a node in between, right? So yeah, so this was about adding and deleting a node. So I'll just take a break for now. That is approximately a lot of a time before this recording as well. I was recording. So I think from 1 hour or more, I'm just continuously recording. I will just take a break and continue the recording of this. So creating a simple workflow, I think we have already created proper workflows, but we will take an example, like we will cover an example, and after that managing the status, which is very easy part. Like these are the statuses, which we will be covering in the next video. Okay. So thank you everyone. We will see how you can create a simple workflow and how you can manage the status of the workflow in the next video. Thank you.